Welcome back to the Stumblebums podcast. I'm your host, Twisted G. With me, as always, on the left is the man Smitty Smitzilla.
What's up, y'all? Pew, 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 pew. We back. Studio Stumblebum Diggity.
Episode 7? No, wait. Episode 5. That's my YouTube. That's my own YouTube shit.
I can't count that high, so I don't know.
I think this is 5. Now I think about it. My brain don't work. I'm going to check. Never mind. I'm not checking. We're in the middle of the podcast. We're doing this. How was your day, Smitty?
It's all right. My day was kind of busy. I had a lot of stuff to do after work. I pretty much got it all knocked out
Yeah, good
before
to hear.
this. So, or at least started. I might not have got it all knocked out, but I at least started it all and knocked out majority of it. But hey, productive.
I get that. I mean, I literally had a productive day with a 10-hour work day, so that was great. I really had
I only
nothing.
worked.
Sorry.
I was I was just tagging.
I'll say, like, I really had nothing at all. Like, it's just that. Like, I did work, which is boring enough. Nobody wants to hear about sawing and stuff like that. But I did that, and then I literally just came home at like 5 o'clock, took a shower, and here we are at 6:15. It's amazing.
Shower was on my things. I did shower, so I don't look so much like a swamp troll doll this episode, like all the other episodes,
It's
pretty
confirmed.
much.
The Stumblebums do shower
At least once a month. At
a month. Dude, I thought it was like
least
once
once
every
a week.
couple. Smitty, you
You
sent out
know,
like a whole forum and everything. You said, oh, it was the hair every couple months. That's what it was. My bad.
I think it's as is. Whenever,
Dude, that makes me always
whenever
wonder.
you
Like,
need to.
sorry, I just, I do.
You weren't cutting me off. I mean, I wasn't talking anything. I was just,
Okay, then I'm
I
gonna
was
hop onto
expanding
mine.
on this terrible joke that we're trying to do.
How bad do you think eating out like pussy was way back when? Like,
I've never thought it was bad.
no, I mean like way back when. Like when it would be like medieval times, and these people never showered,
Oh,
and like,
you
dude,
know,
like I just wonder.
I I don't think my thoughts would not change because that would just be the world I'm living in, and I don't know what freshly clean shower is because I'm not fucking royalty. I would
That's a
definitely
good
be a
point.
fucking peasant somewhere. So like, it would just be reality. Like, hey, that pussy's got a little extra spice on it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Say, I guess I never really thought about that. You would be used to it, I guess. I don't. I guess that's what it is. Like you
Unless
take
you
us from
time
our
travel
time.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you time travel back. That's more. Would you rather time travel back and eat a peasant's pussy, or take a night in the plague?
Well, you see, funny enough, Smitty, I got a great topic that just drives right into the line of what we're in already. So if you could visit either the past or the present, which one you doing?
The
I think we.
present. I'm here in the present.
Or I meant future. Wow. See that? My brain don't work. Let's go to the present, yo.
You want to
I'm
visit tomorrow?
I'm
I
always
mean,
in the
I'll get
future,
there
buddy.
eventually.
I'm
Like,
always in the future.
you want to visit like an hour from now? And you know what? Just give me some time. I'll get there.
I
Like,
just wish I knew what the hell's going on now, man. Like, just give me a minute. I gotta figure it out. Okay, lots going down. Charlie Kirk got shot, man. I'm
um,
not
to be
laughing at that.
honest, I didn't roll the future I was expecting as a child, so the future now scares the living shit out of me in like a way H.P. Lovecraft would write about, like kind of unfathomable fear of the future. So I would definitely go back to the past.
I think actually it makes a lot of sense. I can agree with that. Um, because that's what it is. Like, I don't want to go to the future and learn something, about me especially. You know what I mean? Like, because then I'm gonna be sitting there like expecting it, or like trying to figure out how to make it happen. And I feel like that just would throw it off, and it wouldn't make it happen. You know what I mean? Like it'd be like that. Like, is it a paradox?
Yeah, or something. I don't know. I'm not well versed in time travel, so I don't know.
I mean,
I
you sound like a
dabble,
scholar when
and
you
I
said it
don't.
there. I mean, every scholar says I don't dabble in this, but I think Albert
I think
Einstein said that.
I. Yeah, yeah. That. Yeah, I would definitely go back to the past and try to be a fucking cowboy.
Okay, one, same. Two, that wouldn't work out the best for you.
I know.
Say, Smitty, you're
I
brown.
said
You would
try.
not last long out there. They'd see you and
I
be
would fuck
like,
around
"Get
and
the
find
rope,
out.
boy."
Yeah. I would try to join an outlaw gang of some kind and just rob trains and banks and
Well, then
do
you're gonna
whatever
hate
I
me.
want when I do go to town.
Well, you're gonna hate me. You're only gonna be able to join like a Mexican gang, buddy.
The one gang in the Red Meridian, which is known to be a true gang, that leader of the gang, he didn't care who he had because he didn't care about anything. You still need to raid the Red Meridian, dude.
I do need to read that actually. You need to text me that because
I
that was
have. I
actually,
sent you the full audio book.
guys. Does he think I crashed yet? um, didn't ask, Smitty. Moving on. No, but there.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
No, but what
You
was
might,
like? There's a famous outlaw that was like that
you
too.
know, you fly in real cocky, like an ace pilot you are real there. You're my ace.
You my Mexican.
I wonder how long we're gonna let that inside joke be an inside joke.
Dude, that has been an inside joke since the friendship was conceived. I
Yeah,
mean that.
but
Like our mothers tried to abort it, and they were like,
potential audience. Now we have a potential audience. So you're like, what does ace mean?
"It's not what you think." I thought it was something cool when he first called me it. I was like, "Yeah, man." Then he laughed really hard, and that really lets him suspicion. Because me doesn't laugh like that unless there's something sadistic behind it.
My bullshit, really. It's just my bullshit.
Sadistic. I'm calling it
It's
sadistic.
just my bullshit. It's just my bullshit. Like you don't have to give me all this braggadocious. It's just my bullshit. Everyone does bullshit. Yeah, I get it. I get a little excited about mine.
Excited's a fun word for it.
Overjoyed. Fine.
No, but that does remind me, like, he gets excited. Spitty also is the kind of guy who gets excited about watching you die when he gives you dabs that he knows you can't handle. And he does it more than once. Like, he's like, here's a good old glob, buddy. And then he hits one,
That's
too. And he's like, here's another
not
one,
how I
buddy.
do. It's not how I do it. Not how I do it. I've always used nectar collectors for the most part when first getting
You're
around
right,
people.
actually. You're right. It is that,
And
but still.
most people just give you a tray with like a little fucking little schmeck in there, and they're like, "There's your hit." As I'll just hand you the
The
whole freaking
whole
thing
fucking
and
puck.
say, "Have fun, do what you want,"
It wasn't fun.
and everybody takes that way too much to heart, and they'll give themselves an epic dab out of all this epic dab. You think, since it's a communal setting, you would share a little bit. So, you wouldn't try to smoke the whole thing, but, everybody tries. And then they want to call you the demon.
Okay, one,
Oh,
I
I'm
didn't even do
sorry
that.
that
I
your
didn't do that.
greed
You cannot
made you
accuse me of doing that.
eyes pop out of your head, but, I'll take the blame.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's right. I had that many no's. That was so wrong. You may have done that with everybody else, but that was not how it worked for me. Because I remember I didn't like being a fiend. I still don't like being a fiend. And so when somebody offers me something like that, I don't want to sit there and smack all of what they have because then you're the immediate asshole, as you're basically just saying. Like there's none left for the
Yeah,
community.
but yeah, but I'd never do that.
Well,
I
that's the thing
never
is like,
once ever do
well,
that.
you did like kind of. I remember you would always like hand over the full puck, but dude, I swear, like my biggest problem was I would accidentally do too much. Like I would try to like go off the
Yeah,
side or whatever, and then like I would fucking like dip it into it. And I remember too, my biggest problem actually was
that's
I
what.
would waste. I wouldn't even get a hit most of it because I accidentally would go the wrong way.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Like, this is my first time using one of these. I didn't know what I was doing.
I never hit him out of like big ass like in the puck that like you did. That was where it got me. I think that's what other people were saying because I would always separate my dab out and put it on its own little thing, like a little tiny dab, and then I would take my next collector to it. But I never once would actually just fucking have my whole puck at that time and just be like.
Yeah, I
So
got
that
tired of
got me.
doing that stupid little serve bullshit. Like, I'm just serving myself. Like, I could just
Well, yeah, that makes sense. But I was just felt like I had a chance of wasting some. You know what I mean, or wasting too much.
just control your hand. You're a musician. You got hand control, right?
Dude, I barely got hand control for this, dude. Like it's bad. You looked away as I did the motion. I was like, I feel like I control over this. Like,
I knew. I understood. It's.
no, he
I
didn't.
was there.
He's saying that so he sounds cool. He's got really bad FOMO. Don't ever let him lie about that.
No, I was gonna make a dick joke, but the way you were talking sounded like a dick joke. So I'm like, yep, he made it.
No, actually, that's a big joke I had about work. So, for people that don't know, when you
I'll move my
DA
beard
parts
out
and stuff like
here
that,
away.
so when you like DA parts like that or like all that stuff, you end up doing this a lot with your arm or like this. And so I did end up doing that one day for like 6 hours. And I just looked up at one of our supervisors. I was like, dude, I swear the last time my arm made this much or did this motion this many times, I had just learned to masturbate. And
I
I
still feel like the longer, slower strokes will work better with the DA. All the rotating
works
tools
better
are
with the other
grind.
D
As long
too.
as you do long, slow strokes, you would get a better result quicker.
That is true, but I'm an impatient little asshole. So
I got you to do it in takeoff, maybe because I was there to catch you when you were doing it.
well, yeah, because you constantly yell at me, but still have time when you weren't
Because it
looking.
scratches. Yeah, you're deburring it, but the surface is now scratched. When you do the long, slow ones, it's even and smooth and
It's
nice.
so nice and smooth that a company it doesn't even care.
But you should take pride in your work, Gabe.
I'm getting mad. I'm doing it. It worked. You heard the tone, ladies and gentlemen. And he said my name. I'm winning.
You should you should take pride in it, especially when it comes to your hand work. You know,
I
if
got
you're
all
doing
kinds of
work
it.
on the computer, who cares? Type whatever button you want. But you're taking the smooth edges in there already. You are bringing it out. There's something more there than just hitting buttons, you know?
I just knew I could say something to piss you off, and it did. It worked so well. They say manipulating people's not fun.
Well,
That was a
you
horrible
played my
sentence to say out loud.
heartstrings. You found where I still have a heart for manufacturing. Yeah, I really hate it. I never want to do that line of work again. But if I have to do it, I know I would still do it right. Like, I still like it to a big extent because that's where I started off, man. Like when you found me again, when you first found me at every day, I was pretty much starting my life over again.
I don't know why
Like I worked that,
through my headset it sounded like you just said felt me. I'm
but
sorry, you said
I worked takeoff at another company when I first got out of high school. And then I got to go live a whole life. And then I found myself like 10 years later working takeoff at another fucking steel
I know what you mean.
laser fab place. I'm like, where did the time go? Did I just do a weird ass fucking side quest and now I'm back on my main mission? Like what?
I
Like
mean,
that's
dude,
what
I'll
I
be
felt there when I started, and then I seen Dougie because I didn't see him my first couple of days. I'm like, and this little short motherfucker works here. Oh, what?
Oh man, dude, Dougie's insane. That guy, Dougie, if you ever listen to this, shout out to you. You crazy. You're crazy.
I hate you. I hate you for it.
He has the most. I hate you.
10 toes down, full chest. Hate your bitch ass.
All right, let's move on. So we're not just talking crap about people on our podcast here. Um. Oh, I
You
got
were
one to
talking
move
them
on
up.
past.
I was
What
talking
is
them
your
down. We're good cop, bad cop on some situation.
so? What was your opinion on the dildos being thrown at the WNBA games? I know it's a little bit of an older topic, but like I don't think we ever talked about that.
I don't even think I ever heard about that.
You really didn't hear about
Um,
that? Oh my god, it was a really big thing. Like when the WNBA players started asking for more money when they were doing like the whole like pay us what you owe us thing and all this stuff, which I think is still going on technically. Um, People started throwing dildos like down onto the court from the stands, like during the basketball games. And I'll admit, like it's a horrible thing because something that happened was a father took his daughter to the game to watch them, and then somebody threw one of them, and it ended up not even getting to the court. It hit the man and then his daughter, and so obviously that's a pretty horrible, screwed up situation. But I will admit, I laughed. I laughed really hard when I learned that people were doing that because I was just like, what part of our human like brain is like, I don't like this. Let me go buy a rubber dick and throw it at you. Like,
to be fair, if
what?
it was under any other circumstance, that's pretty much why I asked. Like, is there a reason why they were throwing dildos, or was this a craze fan that threw one dildo and it
Oh no,
happened to
this has been
spark a
a
trend?
multi thing.
Like,
They no longer allow
so
bags in the games anymore because they don't want people to carry them in.
yeah, so well, they could still carry them in.
Yeah, the guy carried it
Um,
in his hoodie pocket, the one that hit the dad and daughter. Sorry.
no, that's not the joke I was making.
Sorry, I had some skin on my thumb.
I said that wasn't the joke I was making. They could still carry them in, you know,
Oh yeah. I mean, I got
right
one
up there,
keistered
you
now.
know.
Never know I'm gonna need it.
So, like, if it was under any other reason, I would say it's funny. But I understand if you're just naturally reading the headline or naturally first hearing about it. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of funny. But
The
like,
idea of
you
it,
always ask why somebody is doing this
but yeah, no. Then you like learn
because
the screwed up stories, and it's like,
it's
ah,
very rarely that it's just a random act anymore. Now every act has to have a reason. So like,
that is true.
it wasn't for the fun. You know, I was drunk.
I was drunk and I had a dildo in my hand at a basketball game. Just
Like the
coincidence.
Florida dude who got arrested for running around with an alligator inside of a gas station.
Okay, you know what? I
He
respect
did
that
that
man.
just because he was drunk and found an alligator on the way to the gas
No,
station.
no, no, no.
Like,
He didn't find an alligator. He found a friend, and they took that from him. Like I'm mad about that. That's like the guy whose squirrel got killed for no reason. I do. I will equate that. Let a man have his animal. If it decides to bite his head off, that was his own damn fault.
I'm just saying, in Florida, there is no reason to have a pet alligator. You can find them any fucking where. So let them freaking be in the wild.
I want a pet alligator.
I
Now that I put
have a
thought behind it,
problem.
I want a pet alligator. I'm going to Florida.
I have a problem with exotic pets. I don't think it's right.
I have that same problem, but with women.
You did not answer any questions. You made me have more. What do you mean by? Because I said I have a problem with exotic pets, and you said same, but with women. So you say I have a problem with exotic women, or just I have a problem with women. I need to know
The
which one it
exotic
is.
women are the pets. Don't check my fucking basement. I'm fucking dying. Oh my god. I didn't even mean to make it like that. I meant to be like, I'm too afraid to talk to women. But I immediately realized,
I have a problem with women, you know.
look, I have a problem like talking to women, like that's what I want it to be. But instead, it's like, I keep them. FBI, don't fucking
Yeah,
search my house, please.
like I need a clarification on this game. Like I was saying, I have a problem with exotic pets, and you're like, yeah, women.
I almost spit my drink across this table. Oh my god. Next topic. Moving on. Once
Can I
again,
talk about the
FBI,
play
do
test
not
that
search
I
my
got to
house.
do?
What?
Can I talk about the play test I got to do with my freaking my gladiator prototype?
Oh, I thought we talked about it on Saturday, didn't we?
No,
Yeah.
I got the not a good one. That I got a second play test. This is double play test,
All right, go ahead and
and
talk,
actually, this
bitch.
is the
I
one
mean,
that
Smitty.
actually changed stuff. Like the board looks entirely different now. Um, I do not agree with that guy who said he broke my game that we did talk about on Saturday. He broke it like how Christian would break games. You remember how I would talk
Oh, he
to
just
Christian
ignored the
about this?
rules and started playing his own version.
No, he would just focus on one key aspect of the rule and just completely shut down the rest of the game. Effectively, you're
Oh,
not playing the full game. You're just doing a weird strategy that you think is game breaking, but it's not because you're not interacting with any of the other systems. Like,
yeah, no, that's boring. You got to go for the
yeah,
experience, bro.
so he's allowed to do that still,
I mean, yeah, that is the beauty of
but now
gaming.
it comes at a very much detriment.
Are you sure you want to share that on the
He was,
podcast?
yeah, because this is prototype. It's
Alrighty.
going to change. He was keeping his back up against the wall, therefore he couldn't get a back attack. But he couldn't get a back attack on nobody else because he wouldn't leave the wall.
That's
Therefore,
his
it
own
was a
fault.
double detriment. It was a double detriment on both players. Like it was fine to me that it was a good strategy to keep your back up against the wall, and but I didn't really like it. It was affecting me on like the same degree, you know. So I'm like, if you're going to keep the back against the wall, you should have another penalty. So now, if you keep your back up against the wall, it's a -1 to your attack roll.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because I imagine you're up against the wall, you don't got full range
It's
of your weapon.
well, it's also like, I don't know. I'd say like, is that like every time that you're against the wall, no matter what?
Yeah, if you're on any of these spaces and you declare an attack, -1 to your attack roll.
Now
Not
that
only
that
that,
works,
I
but
think it served as a crowd mechanic for them cheering or booing you because if you're up against the wall, all these guys can't freaking see. You know what's happening? You
that's a good
know
point. Yeah.
what's happening? Boo, boo.
Yeah, I guess you are. I don't know. I guess to me,
And
like
in
the
the
thought that
center,
I had, my bad,
that's 2+. In the center, 2+, and then
because
it
you're willing
propagates
to be
out.
more dangerous. All right.
Yeah,
See, the only thing I thought was like camping. You know what I mean? Like how like everybody hates campers when it comes down to like shooting games and stuff. Like that's what I kind of thought like when you were gonna do that. I was like if they're on there for 2 moves in a row or something like that, then it'd like go into a place or something like that.
the game's not that
But
long.
oh, okay. Well, yeah. If it's a short game, then screw it.
Yeah, the
I was used
game
to you
is
making long
literally
games.
no, the game is literally designed to be mean and quick.
That's awesome. I mean, that's quite literally what we used to love to play with. That time you killed me.
That's how we make that game. That game can be played several ways. This game is just mean and quick, and
Also, just in
it's
case you didn't
it's getting
realize,
meaner.
I said album cover earlier for these guys, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
It's their first album
they
cover.
did use that.
They
They did
did.
use it.
A little bit
But
of
then other than
knowledge to
that,
you listeners.
there was 6 action tiles. I got rid of 2 of them, and I'm bringing in one that is a double attack because that's what everybody wanted.
I love my 12-year-old comment in the middle of you talking about your game. Look at this. Middle of like talking about serious like yeah, and so the moves and all this. And I'm like, anybody want to go build a snowman?
that was just the one thing I wanted to add. That was the last thing I wanted to say because you already know about the movement cards because you had homework
I
and
not
everybody finally
much.
turned in their homework so I can work on my movement card.
I'm real like that wasn't that hard. Like I could look at that sheet and it was literally just like what seems balanced. And I was like, all right, well I picked a whole bunch of forward backwards. I didn't start thinking about these diagonals and stuff. And that
You
was
were the first one to turn in, so now I have to compare all the results and add my spit, and then I can make the movement cards.
I'll admit I didn't think. I just kind of was like, that looks good. I'd like that. This is what I would do. This is what I would pick. Ooh, that would be a good one. Like, you know what I mean? I try to make
That's
it balanced
exactly
at a
why
certain point
you're
too.
successful. You play wild. You play as a wild card.
I
Everybody
do.
else that I asked has a much different playing style. I asked people that are on opposite ends of the playing style. You were wild card. you
Me? A wild card. Who'd have thought?
did have some lineup with the hard cruncher.
Hey,
So
no, no, no. I'm the wild card. Don't you take that from me now.
just saying, you had lineup with the hard cruncher,
The
and then
hard cruncher.
Justin, like he crunches numbers. He really thinks he's one of those ones that try to break games, but he tries to interact with every system to break the game.
Okay, I
Hard
can
crunch.
respect that.
Yeah, you had a lot of overlap with that.
The wild card and the overachiever. Huh.
Yeah. And then Justin, he pretty much plays like me, but it's more like a mirror version of my play.
Oh, so it's the opposite of exactly what you'd play. That makes sense.
Yeah. So that's the test pool.
That's really not
And then
bad.
I'm gonna add my spit on top of it.
So yeah, that's really not a bad group to have because you definitely always want to get people to have different mindsets. I mean, that's any kind of focus group. That's why they pull, random people. I put that in
Yeah.
quotations because we all know they try to grab, a Mexican, Asian, that's how it is. They're just
That's
trying
why
to
I
grab a
never
whole
had
bunch of people.
completely like-minded friends. Most of all my friends, we get along to a certain point, but we are mostly disagreeing on a lot of subjects, and that's what I like in a friendship. I think if you have too many like-minded people around, you might as well just have a whole bunch of yes men around. You're just all telling each other what you want to hear.
That's exactly what I was about to say. It's a yes man. When you have too many people around you, it's literally like there's nobody there to actually stop you from being like, because that's what it is. When you have a bunch of yes men or you have a bunch of like-minded people, there's nobody there to actually stop you from making a decision that you truly as like yourself would not make. And that's what a really good friend would be there for. Because that friend's gonna know you and they're gonna be like, yo, hand on the shoulder, like, the hell you doing, dude? Get back here.
Yeah, I always say friends should agree 50% of the time,
100%. And they should
and,
definitely learn to move past the disagreements.
and that's my very conservative like measure on it. I really think friends should only agree like 30 to 20% of the time, and that should be on like core fundamental issues. Everything else gets fucked off. And when I say core fundamental issues, the shit that is currently going on in both of your lives. Like, if your buddy's thinking about cheating and you think that is a really bad move for him, talk him out of it.
Yeah.
But if you don't think it is, lead him on. Like,
I mean,
like
that's what it is too. Like that's also how like you learn who you really connect with because it's that like if you feel like he should cheat on his girlfriend, then you should probably go find people that are more comfortable doing that. But if that guy already is like not already like in the midst of it, maybe that guy should go find different friends if he wants to try to be a better person. But I don't know. At the
or
same
just
time
break
though,
off the relationship before he goes cheat. Like, how about you just
well,
end it,
yeah,
bro?
obviously, but I don't know.
Yeah, like,
I've never understood that mindset to be real. Just cheating on the person that you love, like how do you love that person and then cheat on them? That's the most backward
I
ass
don't
thing I
know.
could ever think.
Ask Crystal if you ever see her.
Yeah, yeah, I suspected that too. She got married real quickly after you guys separated.
No, it was after the fact, and when I started working at Advanced, I started hearing a lot of shit.
I don't
So
know. I heard that. I didn't hear that. What
And
was I saying?
everybody was telling me, and I would look at them, be like, mm-hmm. And I don't recall asking, and I'm going to ask you a question. Does it look like I give a flying fuck?
I'll be real. My dad got like that, like, cause my own mother, my birth mother, did that to him. Like, she cheated on him a lot, and then like after they finally like split up and divorced, my dad would go out to bars, with the friends, trying to find new friends and stuff like that, or like new people to hang out with or whatever, or probably just trying to forget stupidity or whatever. But uh,
Yeah.
it was literally like,
Drown sorrows, however you want to say it.
yeah, uh, there would be people like old friends that would walk up to him and be like, "Hey man, did you know like so and so was sleeping with so and so while you guys were together?" And I just don't want to name her name and all that stuff, so I'm gonna say so and so. Like, but it wasn't like my dad got to the point where he started looking at people and he was like, "If what you're about to say is going to piss me off, then I'm going to punch you in the face for either not telling me when it was going on or for having the gall to walk up to me after and tell me."
Yeah, I was pretty much like that, just without the violence. I just could not care the fuck less in the world. I'm like, you can sit here and waste your breath if you want to, because I'm not listening.
Well, that's
Like,
what it was. He got annoyed because for him, I guess, and that's what sounds so horrible for him. I guess is really bad. It sounds like there was like a bunch of people coming up to him and being like separate people too. Like she was sleeping with
yeah,
separate these individuals, and it's like I definitely can understand him at that point. Like I would
I mean, I
definitely
got a
get to
little bit
that.
of that too. I heard like at least three separate names. So
So yeah, and
when
that's where it's
everybody was
especially
telling
like,
me, I'm like, yeah, makes sense.
oh, I thought you were about to say I'm gonna write down like what? Write down their names,
No,
addresses.
no, I would just meet them right where they were talking at. Like I would just wrap right around the conversation and agree with them. Like, yeah, that makes sense. She was a hoe.
Then that always kills me too. I feel like is it's hard to. I can't imagine like for my own father especially like that must have sucked because that's like one of those
Yeah.
things like people. Oh my god, it's gonna kick my ass for talking about this, but I don't know. It's like one of those like, that people are gonna like say stuff and assume stuff or think stuff. And luckily with my dad, he doesn't care what people think at all. I mean, I wish I had that man's mindset when it came down to not caring what people think, but he probably wasn't too affected outside of the actual situation when they were saying it to him. But I could definitely say it'd be that aspect. Like, you've had a few drinks and then somebody walks up to you and like tries to remind you of a shitty memory, basically. I mean, I'd do the same thing. I would. I get pretty mad. Like I'm trying to have a good time, bro. Really?
That's where I do like my nonchalant assholeness and shut them down, And then if they don't agree to that, then that's where I turn to violence. But normally my nonchalant assholeness shuts them down because I do it pretty well.
It's so hard for me to nonchalantly be an asshole. I think my face just always reads it. Like when I'm angry, I'm angry. Like there's not a smile, there's no emotion on my face. I look like Dexter Morgan, like when he's like on the hunt. Like I'm just
It's very much a skill that I learned to adapt because I just got tired of talking trash and doing fights with random ass bums and shit. So like
oh, I used to love
it's
bum
it's
fights.
it's just more of a tactic that I acquired over time. And being um everything goes back to Carlin. Being a fan of Carlin, he used his words a lot, so I just channeled my Carlin to be a nonchalant asshole because you can turn empathy a lot of ways, and that's all Carlin was.
Say for me, like I don't know, like a lot of it is too. Like it's so stupid, and hopefully, like anybody listening, that you can maybe even line up with this. But like I'm one of those people like I am so in my head most of the time that like and this is so stupid, but it's like daily. And it'll be like every time I go to do it, I'll be walking and I'll be like halfway walking to where I'm trying to get to and I'll just kind of be like, am I walking funny? Like I'll start thinking about how I'm walking. Like is this normal looking? Do I look like I'm angry? Is my right foot going out too far? Does it look like I'm trying to shake my ass while I walk? Like that is so dumbly how deep my brain like self stutters with my own like actions and stuff. Like I have no confidence, even when it seems like I really do. I'm like sitting here second guessing myself as I'm doing it, and then I'll do it, and I'll have my brain be like, "Why are you doing that?" Like, and then like the
Can
other
I
part of me
tag?
is just like,
Can I tag?
"Go ahead, sorry, that was a ramble."
Uh, I am completely in my head in the other fashion. Like, as you know, I'm working on these game designs, so like I'm constantly thinking about them, and I'm out in public quite a lot. And when I'm bored, it's in public, I'm thinking about that shit. So, like, to actively think about it, I talk to myself almost out loud,
I do
and
that a little bit too.
I I come to realize that people are seeing this, especially when I'm
Yeah,
at Walmart. And the only thing that I really noticed as a consequence
consequence.
was I had a more yeah, excuse me, I had a few. Um,
We got number two angry.
um, I I just had a more clear path to walk. So I'm like, this is not really a consequence. People are avoiding me, and I get to keep my train of thought going. So screw what they think, and just keep walking along, muttering to myself.
See, I don't know why,
I
but when
hate
you,
the people.
sorry, when you did the blah blah blah, you cut out, but you came right back as
It,
soon as you stopped.
yeah, but I hate the people at Walmart. Those solicitors that try to stop you, asking you about like some type of bill you have. But I did find the
I
first
worked at Walmart,
sentence.
never had that. What do you mean?
They normally like up there by the electronics, that breezeway where everybody's walking through. They're normally like set up
Dude,
in there.
I never
It's
had
normally
that.
like Spectrum people, or there was one in this your town's Walmart for uh quite a long time, for like several months.
That
I
was gonna
don't
be my
know
next
what they
question.
were, but I don't know exactly what they were, but they're they probably don't ask you because you're always walking with your dad or something.
No, dude, you make it sound like I'm retarded or something. You're always with your dad when you're in public. You know, you have to have your handler on you. Like, like what the hell?
Well, you're also still got a pretty young face, so they probably don't think you have bills. But
I got
like
bills.
they,
I lived by
yeah,
myself for a year, and that sucked with cockroaches and everything. It was like my own motley
yeah.
apartment.
So they
It was
might not
amazing.
try to stop you, but they always try to stop me, and I don't know why because I wear kind of trashy clothing and a whole bunch of other shit, and they try to stop me, and I just look at them dead in the face and go homeless and keep walking on.
Yeah, I never once saw any of them. I don't remember seeing one of them.
It
That's the part
shuts
that
them
gets me.
down so freaking quick. One guy was in the middle of still trying to talk to me, and I just cut him off with homeless, and he's like, just like act like he was pointing at something on the desk and talking to his friend.
See, I remember the most that I would get would be like the super religious people when I'd be stocking shelves. Like one of them, especially this one woman, she had a daughter that had mental disabilities, and she would come up to me, and she did this multiple times. So like, I don't understand like if she just didn't recognize me somehow, but she would walk up and she would like ask me where something was, and usually it was in like the exact next aisle over, and
Mhm.
it was something that was pretty generally like easy to locate. So I'd find it and I'd give it to her, and then she'd look at me and she'd be like, "Thank you. By the way, do you believe in our Lord Savior Jesus Christ?" And the first time I answered no, and I was stuck talking to her for 45 minutes. I'm not kidding. I couldn't get away. I got bitched out and yelled at by my supervisor. But I looked at her and I was like, Sylvia, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm supposed to have customer service. I can't look at her and be like, fuck off. I got a job to do. Like, like how do I handle this? But then, like the second, third time, I was Mister. Yep, I believe in the Lord. I'm a good boy. I go there every Sunday. All right. Praise the Lord Jesus. All right.
ah, you were kind of in a damn situation, damned if you didn't the first time. So
And I didn't
that
think
is what
about
it
it.
is.
I answered just naturally no. That was the problem.
I love talking religion with strangers, so I would have been in that conversation every single time. I don't care if she would have got me. I would have restated my points every single time. Um, because I am religious, but I believe what she was doing is not what the good Lord intended.
Exactly. Like I always thought that too. You're not supposed to force it on people. It's something they find.
Yeah, yeah, that's not what the good Lord intended. So me personally, feel like I would have enlightened that woman.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, people like that don't get enlightened. They just get it. They get annoyed with you because you're not seeing it in the way they see it, and they're right in their eyes, so you're wrong. You know what I mean?
Uh, my recent one that I had when I was still in your hometown, I was up there by the High Ground Cafe walking Seeger early in the morning. I want to say it was like 8 in the morning, possibly on a Sunday. So like early dawn,
Yeah, like it's
And
the crack of dawn.
I ran into two ladies canvassing, and one was older. I want to say she was in her mid 60s somewhere, and the other one I want to say she was somewhere in her 40s, possibly coming into her 50s. So a good diverse there. The older one never said anything. The younger one was questioning me the entire time, but I had them nodding along to everything I was saying, and we got pretty contentious at some points, but you know, I feel like we walked away taking a little bit from what each other said.
And that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to have these conversations, mutually disagree or agree, and move on.
Yeah,
That's the beauty. But some people, man, they're just it's sad how far they gotta take it just so they can be right. And that's what it is. It's like you're not even right. You're just right in your own eyes. Like, which is even
yeah.
scarier. Sorry.
Like no, I was disagreeing with you, but I was going to add another story because it does tag on what you said. Like here recently at my new job down here, I was talking to this one older, bald head white dude. I want to say he was probably in his mid 50s. And, we were having, good conversations. He was telling me life stories, and I was, tagging him with equal stories of like the same caliber, or less par because I don't like to double, I don't like to, one up people and stories. So we're going back and forth for a while. And then finally we hit one topic called stand your ground.
Ah, the greatest law that we have in Ohio. And I stand behind that.
And we got on that topic for a while and we disagreed on most of it, but I would still consider him a good, work buddy. I still talk to him out in the smoke shack. Like just because we have this one disagreement doesn't mean we can't be friendly towards each other. Like,
Well, I mean, it's even as they say, God created us all in his own hands and individually and all this, and we're not the same as anybody else. So how can you sit there and expect other people to constantly agree with you? That's the
yeah,
dumbest thing
it's
I could ever expect or see
yeah,
or
like
hear.
I don't want totally like-minded people around. One, it would make me feel less unique, and two,
Exactly, actually.
I feel like I'll be getting led astray. Like,
It's that, and it's like, the greatest things that have come in our lifetime, or even before our lifetime, I should say, was because somebody went beyond the social norm and asked the question, or, theorized on what was possible. And
wasn't
it's literally
afraid
that
to
old
say it.
statement. That old statement, everything is impossible until somebody fucking does it.
Yeah, yeah, that's one thing human beings are very much capable of doing the impossible
Well, that's what it is. Impossible.
consistently.
It's just that's something that we make up ourselves. Obviously, beyond like coming back to life after truly being dead, like that's impossible. You're not coming back, 10 years after you died. That's not happening. Sorry, to burst your bubble if anybody believed that in the chat or listeners, but But there is like people are like it's impossible to do a double backflip while diving from a 5 foot surface. Like somebody out there will do it.
I think it's you can boil it down to even simpler shit like furniture was not possible without humans. You know,
Monkeys,
uh,
monkeys
monkeys
make
was not
tools,
building. They're not building furniture.
but they could without us around to take over all the world and wipe out their population and their home and all that
Music
stuff. Might have.
theory, as we know it, would not exist without humans. Yeah, there's more primitive ways of music, but I'm not even sure if you can call that music. And this is coming from a dude who likes noise.
I call bird chirping music.
Like
I will say that. I do believe that bird chirping is pretty musical. That's the one nature sound that I do find musical.
it's music cool, but is it music?
I think it can be because they keep uh what's it called? Not metronome. I want to. Is it metronome? But like, there's like a certain one. It goes like
But now, but now you're bordering on is it just their speech?
that is true. I guess you're right. That is true.
Music as itself cannot
Mm,
exist
I
without humans.
I got one that we call mumble rap music. And mumble rap, they're always going, "Hey, my name is Gabe, and I'm just here and rap all day, and I'm a motherfucking caged animal, and I'm like that's all they're doing."
That is the evolution and has trends have set forth within music itself. But music is such a broad topic, you cannot boil it down to one core example. I mean, I could say
But
I can make the same exact point with all the screamo death metal stuff I like.
well, no,
Like
but
they're
hang on
literally
though.
going,
You just actually kind of proved it. You can't boil music down to one example, and one example could be humans. We're the one example of being able to do music, and so that kind of
yeah,
contradicts what
music
you
was
said.
impossible before human intervention. Stuff could be musical, but to have actual structure and to be repeated accurately, that is music.
That's what kills me because those birds that, as I just did that whistle, I know that whistle because that whistle, I would wake up every morning, and I'm not shitting you. Every morning, I would wake up my old house, and there'd be one
But
out there, and then
then
just that
again, is
exact.
that music or is that speech?
I don't think it'd be speech. I don't. I guess it'd be like maybe a calling. I guess it is speech,
And yeah,
but it always sounds exactly the same. There's never a pitch change, so it's not like they can really change what they're saying, right? It's not like they can like be saying like, "Hi, my name is
unless he
Gabe,"
was
and then being
saying the
like,
same
"Hi, my
thing
name is
every morning.
Sean," and it's. I guess I can say it in the same tone.
And they don't have the same range of vocal cords as we do. So they only have a certain limit of sound.
Chat, you vote. Can birds sing
They can sing,
music?
but can they sing the same thing note for note repetitively?
Yes. That one bird. It went.
And also on command, because all music is on demand.
Not all music is on demand, actually. That one group that you showed me that did the mop stuff. They proved that music can be driven out of anything.
But you can still pull up any stomp video and get that. Like,
But that's
yeah,
the
it
thing.
might
That's
not
what
be
they were
this.
trying to prove.
It's still it's still art on demand though.
But it's not really that though. Art isn't
I
on
don't know
demand.
the
Art is just
point
something
that
that
we're trying to
flows. Hang
make
on though. I
anymore.
feel like you're wrong.
This
Art is
conversation
not
has
on demand.
diverted like 3 times.
No, hang on though. But it's on the same core process here. Animals, all that stuff. It's still a good conversation. I think it'll line up. But it still lines up with that. Like it's what they were trying to prove is that music is in the most unconventional ways. It's not how we would always think of it. Music comes naturally throughout all these natural things, and that is music. Everything we do
But
is
that
music.
I
That's
think
basically what they
it's
were trying to
just
prove.
music cool. I think it's just music cool. I would not call stomp music. I would call them music cool.
I'd call it music.
I would call them music cool.
I don't know.
Yep,
To
this is
me,
where
it's
we
music.
need the chat. I mean, this is where we need the
Honestly,
chat.
yeah, this is where it is. Leave a comment down below. Seriously, like tell us. Do you think that birds are the other animal that can sing, or are we the only animals that can sing and stuff like that, or do music?
No, no, no.
Do
Don't you
music.
phrase it like
We'll do
that.
music.
No, no.
Are we the only animals that can do music?
Are bird singing is bird singing music or musical?
Okay, we got that question, but then we also got the stomp question. Technically, can anything be made into music? And that is the question. Anything can be music. Anything.
I think it's still the same
Mayonnaise
question.
is
Is
an
stomp
instrument.
music or musical?
Mayonnaise is an instrument. Patrick was right. I rest my fucking case. Lawyered.
I, I think it's funny from all the points I was making. It sounds like I'm into radio rock and top 40, and I'm very much not.
And like I'm the
But
savant or
somebody
something
else,
over here.
but somebody else is very much into top 40 radio rock,
And rap
and he
and
is not
classic. And
making
I like everything besides constant screamo.
top 40 is everything. Top 40 is the top 40 tracks they play on the radio.
Okay, no, but I don't like
That's all
everything.
radio.
Okay, I should say that because I don't like Sabrina Carpenter or whatever, and she's like top dog of the woman's industry right now or whatever. So I
Yeah.
can't say I like
But
everything, but I like a lot of music. But I don't like screamo a whole lot. But I do respect the instrument players, like the actual band, because those guys go ham. If you ever watch those guys or listen to like those drums or those guitar
some.
players, those guys are okay. Yeah, some they're going absolutely nuts. And I'm not a fan, of the stuff, but it's I can see why people like it. And as an anger-filled person, I'm really surprised that I'm not more into angry music. Like the most angry I get is an Eminem record. that's that's like the whitest thing about me, other than my white ass skin, I should say.
Because most of that scream stuff is not angry. It's just not.
Yeah, I guess, but it
People think
sounds
it's
angry.
angry because
Yeah,
it sounds angry, but it's not.
but I guess that's what it is. Though. Like
And I
sorry.
hate it. I hate it getting labeled as angry music. I'm like, oh, we angry kids over here. We so
I love
edgy.
how I'm saying that wearing a Slackjaw shirt, which literally is like the first like band that it's not screamo, but like you know what I mean. Like they do like a decent yelling at least.
Yeah, you can call it rough vocals.
So it's metal. I'd say
Some
that at least it's metal. I give it that. So, but I also don't know what to label what Slackjaw here would be, or because I'm not into the scene enough, I guess. And as you even said there too, like the songs aren't always angry, and I wouldn't know because I can't understand a single fucking lyric. So it's like
yeah. So how do you know if it's angry?
it
If
just
you don't
sounds angry.
understand what they're saying, how can you determine it's angry?
Okay, I'll say this.
That's a big
Most of
question.
Motorhead, when I hear like what's the one? My dad loves listening to the one by Motorhead, Ace of Spades.
Yeah,
Even that
they're
one, he's like,
pretty much
Ace of
the only
Spades!
song that
The
any
Ace of
normie listens.
Spades! I'm like, he sounds angry. He doesn't sound happy. Like, he doesn't sound happy he got the Ace of Spades on the fucking poker hand. No, he's like, the Ace of Spades! Like, it's the plague. Like, he's.
That's the one example.
That's the okay, but that's a random one that hit my head. I can at least name that. That's an older
That
band.
is, and I don't even know what Ace of Spades is about. He could be excited.
You really could be an Ace of Spades, an Ace of Spades.
See how
Like
easy I put that? I said I changed the whole emotions with
you
one
could,
word.
but I don't know. Like when I hear it, and he's like Ace of Spades. I'm like, shit. You should give him a heart, bro. Like,
Well, all I'm hearing is you didn't grow up in a very yelly household.
I did. My parents fought viciously.
Yeah, and
I actually cried many
mine
times. One time on
too.
my
And
birthday.
then, but also when they were happy, they were yelling. When they were sad, they were yelling. When they were going to sleep, they were
Actually,
yelling. Like, like
no.
yelling happened all the time. Yelling
Oh,
don't mean that
well,
you're
yeah.
angry. Yelling can mean anything. Listen to what they're yelling about.
Well, even now, like my own household, when I get done doing a stream, I'm sure when I'm done doing this podcast with how loud I've been, I'm gonna get some shit for it. I am, and that's how it is in
Yeah,
this household. I can't be too loud, and that's where it is. Like I tell them, like then you should have caught that when I was younger, because I've always been this loud. That's on y'all. number one. But it is to me, it's like, how are you gonna sit here and basically be like, you're too loud and you're too this and that, when I do it all the time? You're basically just telling me like you don't like who I am. It feels like when you say that because I'm loud. That's who I am. Like I talk loud. I do things loud. I don't like to be quiet. I feel like I've had a muzzle on my fucking mouth for half my life. And I finally tore it off, and I got the balls to do something about it.
Yeah, I mean, I realized I yelled about things when I wasn't to my personal self yelling about it when I was with Crystal and them because they said I yelled about everything. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just talking passionately. Y'all don't know what passion is.
I guess that is what it is. Like you and me are both kind of like that. When we get passionate about something, we get excited, and our voice just goes up with the excitement.
Yeah, like I want to get to it. Like,
No, and that's how it is. And like I don't know, like I guess that's why we're such good friends too. Really, is that aspect. Like we both understand like when we're getting excited about something because we're getting loud. Like
yeah,
we're
like
not quiet
loud don't mean
people when we're
that you're
happy.
angry. Yeah, loud can mean a whole bunch of things. You just got to listen to the words they're being loud about, and also
It
how they
is
being
such a
loud
good
about
point.
it.
I guess I do need to. I need to go into it more with that mindset.
Yeah,
That is definitely a really good point. That really is because it really is
I
like
think
you
you
get
would
anything
really
like that.
like Love Dispute and their album At the Bottom of the River in between Jordan and uh Atlanta or something like that. I don't know. It's called At the Bottom of the River for sure. That album. I think you would really like that album.
I might actually. Real quick though, we're at 56 minutes and we're gonna have enough time for one more topic here before I have to call it. Do you have a topic, or would you like me to bring one up?
You can go for it.
So I got one here. I don't think I've asked it yet on a podcast, and I only asked this because I recently started reading another book, and it's that. Like, did you ever actually like enjoy reading, or like, do you still enjoy reading? And if you did, like, what would be your favorite book?
I enjoy reading rule books.
Bullshit! You make me read them half the time we're together,
Yeah, because I'm setting up the game and you're not doing nothing.
and I'm pretty good at public speaking. That would have been a nice compliment to have, but fuck you,
And
you know.
and most of the time, I already read it by the time I'm making you read it. So if you got to read it out loud, feel
No, he's not
free.
wrong. He is.
You
He's trying
know,
to get me to
I
understand.
would gladly take the refresher. Like, but I was reading a rule book while walking my dog before this podcast because I have to read it before Friday. Like,
I gotta say, it's a pretty hard toss up for me for books. Um, yeah, okay, I got it actually. So for me, the series, that's where it's like locked between the series aspects. I'm gonna choose a series and then its own singular book after like my own singular book that I like that's not a series. And for my series, I like Aragon the most, but the Lord of the Rings does have a close second. And then for single book ever, it will definitely be Ozzy Osbourne. I Am Ozzy, his autobiography. That is just an insane book. I mean, the story is absolutely nuts. And then close second would be The Dirt, which is Motley Crue's biography, which that's also insane story. But I don't know. I just always kind of feel like the best one would
I don't
definitely have
mind.
to be series.
I don't mind those books in audiobook style, but I'm not sitting down to read them.
And I
If
should
I'm
say that,
sitting
yeah.
down to read something, I want more payoff later than, man, that was a really cool story that played in my head. I'm like, cool, now I get to play a game. That's what a
That
rule
makes
book
sense.
does.
I should say
Like I
too.
get a reward for reading the book.
Well,
I'm a child.
I should say too. Like for me, it is like I'm listening to an audiobook. I listen to books while I'm working most of the time and stuff like that. So like I don't really have a lot of time to read. I'll admit, like I get home, I shower, I smoke, and then I try to stream or I try to do something that actually is like working towards the media aspect that we're both kind of focusing on now. And so like when I'm at work, that's when I'm like listening to books constantly, and it's like it's nice because I get a little bit of like a knowledgeable thing while I'm doing something I hate, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
I
yeah.
mean,
Other than that, like, sorry.
it's more knowledgeable than listening to music all day. So,
Oh yeah, it's definitely that.
especially spellman music.
Oh my god, when it's just the same dad rock over and over. It really is like he'll play the same playlist It's like he doesn't even shuffle it. You'll hear the same song the same time every day. It starts to make you think you're going insane or you're going on some kind of crazy acid trip. You're like, is it Tuesday or is it
That would piss
Thursday?
me off.
Did I hear this
I
song
would
3
just
days ago or
unplug
today?
it. Yeah. Is it 3 o'clock on a Tuesday or a Thursday?
Yeah,
I
like
don't
you
know.
really are. Like
Fucking
it kind
Iron
of.
Man's playing for the third time, so it's definitely 3 o'clock.
Well, it's also too like as somebody that loves music, when I do have free time at home and there's nothing else to do, I like to listen to music. But I can't if I'm sitting there at work listening to music all day. Because I get home, I'm like, well, I don't want to hear that. I heard that today. I don't want to hear that. I heard that today. I don't want to hear that. I heard that today. You're
Yeah.
just sitting there with a
Or
vicious fucking cycle. Shout out Slackjaw. It's the name of a song, actually.
yeah. Eh, definitely no more STP. God damn it. I heard every STP song today twice. I know
um,
they're a big fan of
but
STP, so I
I
know they got to play a lot.
I did just get a text. I'm going to be heading out. So you want to hit the outro? We're at an hour, so
Thank you for joining us. For everybody who's still listening, I've been your host, Schmitty
why are you?
Smittzilla. That's been your other host, the
Me.
Twisted G. He's the Twisted G. Thank you once again for joining us in Studio Bun Diggity. We'll be back for a bonus episode this Saturday.
Definitely
So
right.
later. Like
Take
and
it
subscribe.
easy.
Ring the bell.